Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future.
Things going on.
Our future. Our future.
I missed you, Mo.
I missed you, Eric.
Look around us, there ain't no fences, just bridges to the ears of the listeners. On deck, take a swing, sharper senses, looking for a weakness in the system. Finally, it's you and me, here shaking like a tambourine.
Oh, man. This is, it's good to be back, Mo. We're wearing t-shirts. Mo's wearing shorts. Slightly better than the East Coast.
Just a little bit.
It's supposed to be even throughout. I feel like that just stole all my energy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely really tough.
It's alright, I taste it, I see it, yeah, it feels nice, we'll make it, believe me, oh, it's alright, we won't be defeated.
Hey everyone, it's Eric here, and it feels so good to be back on the West Coast. When you're from the tri-state area and you begin to believe that 35 degrees feels warm, like when you see those weather temperatures, you're like, you know, maybe I can run today.
Really have to get out there, later and get it dry, because there'll be major refreezing tonight. Look at there. Oh boy. Snowy in the city, not so pretty on the lens.
And then you come out here and you can be in short sleeves and working out in a playground and you're actually sweating. It feels amazing. And what's also pretty wonderful is to be back with my old roommate, Mo. Him and I lived in New York together, and then he decided that, yeah, the West Coast is the best coast. And so he's been here for almost a year and a half now, and has been kind of operating as my drop-off for all my packages arriving for this next big trip. Which I should probably mention that I flew out here with my bike, which isn't this one, but is right here. Now, if you haven't watched the Miles of Portraits Alaska series, you should do that right. It's gonna be like a far reach right here. That was last summer's trip, 6 weeks in Alaska with my riding partner Annalisa, and we're back out again, which is why I've kind of been silent, is that we are going out for another 2 to 3 months in the American Southwest. And I'll give you more details about where we're actually going and heading and when that's all happening. But until then, we have a lot of packages to open. Alright, BioLite, congrats on launching the headlamp. This thing is awesome. I can't wait to use it. And also, let me know what gear you guys want me to actually review when we're out in the field. Until then, I got excited and already opened up some Pearl Izumi stuff, new bike shorts, and a super nice light rain jacket. Totally sweet, thank you. Wow, Pearl Izumi. You honestly shouldn't have. This is incredible. It's also incredibly comfortable. And what's interesting about my shorts, which you can't truly see, but is that there's an integrated bike short into here, which is different. It's new. I'll see how I feel about it. I wouldn't mind being stylish while I'm biking and can roll into town and still have my bike shorts on and not always be in the black bike short, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We got the boom boom breaking out the shell. We got the bling bling from the
Arcadia. If you guys don't know this company, they're a Canadian-based handlebar bag company. This thing is going to get a full review and a half. And the reason why, if you remember, if you've seen the Miles of Portraits Alaska episodes, there's this part where my handlebar bag just falls apart. Legitimately, I'm on the side of the road and strangers help me out because everything disintegrated pretty much. There is a phrase that was repeated to Annalise and I over and over again, and that's Alaskans look out for each other. So here I was trying to cut this small frayed wire when Dave and Derek with their families pulled over to lend a helping hand. Annalisa swears by this. Also, Arkel has given us raffle items for the 718 Brooklyn event.
Oh, it's quiet.
99111.
The snow falls silent on the town.
I'm just so excited for this. Thank you, Arkel. Something only bike tourists can appreciate is handlebar bags and pannier bags. These are basically bike backpacks, you might say. This is what goes on the back of your bike to hold all of your gear. Mine have been amazing. My bike, the bike in here, Dark Roast, is a Novara Randonnée bike with Novara bags. That's REI's old company. And my bike is pre-iPhone, so that's what, 2006, so it's at least 10 years old at this point. And unfortunately, one of the seams started to come undone. Wow. Brendan and team at Patagonia, thank you so much. They just repaired my pannier bag that's been broke for like a good 2 to 3 months and was slowly getting worse and worse, which is awesome. Like recently, I was talking to Cassidy. I've been talking about like small radical ideas in terms of just like fixing your bag instead of buying a brand new one. So I really appreciate that. And it held up, but I really needed to replace it, and Ortley will do the job. But I figured let me like share some details on what this trip actually has, and we can dive into it. But since I don't have a map here, this is the best I can do. And so, starting on March 12th, Annalise and I are going to begin our tour to REI, but here on the West Coast. So we have 2 talks in LA, and then we're riding down to San Diego, where we'll be going east towards Phoenix, out towards Tucson, then following the Southern Tier, which is Adventure Cycling Association's most southern route across America. And so we'll be doing part of the Southern Tier until we hit El Paso. At that point, we'll be shooting up north. We might go to White Sands National Park, which I feel like we should, and then go up to Albuquerque, Sante Fe, and Taos, hopefully. Now, if you happen to live anywhere along any of those routes, one, we have events, which you can see at here, which is milesofportraits.com/events, and you can hear us talk, hear what it's like to bike tour, why we do it, why we continue to do this. But then also, if you happen to want to host us, want to get involved in any sort of way, send us a message. All of that will be linked below. Expect more updates from me. And remember that you can go anywhere and do anything. See you, everyone.
Let's go! Look around us, there ain't no fences, just bridges to the ears of the listeners. On deck, take a swing, sharper senses, looking for a week.